Hey, this is Cory Boatright from CoryBoatright.com, and I want to talk to you a little bit today about something that is pretty deep. It's pretty deep, and it's something that I don't talk about on videos. It's the first time I've ever talked about this concept on a video. You might hear me talk something about this topic if we were going to dinner and maybe we sat down and talk about some theology or kind of the deeper meaning of things of life. But I want to talk to you about a concept that that hit me today. I was in the gym again, in the sauna, and it seems like when I'm in the sauna, I'm purging myself, all the sweat and all the kind of impurities come out. I think there's something to that helps kind of center you, maybe prayer and meditate, and you're really getting clear on the day, and also getting focused on kind of the idea that that today is going to be a new day, and that there's new ideas, and that time's not recyclable, and you appreciate things, and you're grateful about life and the journey of life. So I want to talk to you about this concept that I call hide and seek. And whenever you were, 3, 4, 5 years old, do you remember playing hide and go seek? It was a lot of fun, right? You remember that? I grew up in Oklahoma, and all my cousins, we would go to my grandma's house in Hollis, a little town in Oklahoma called Hollis. We'd go out to my grandma's house, and man, on family reunions or Christmas time or Thanksgiving or other holidays, we would play hide and go seek. And I mean, there might be 15 of us playing, and it was so much fun. And as we got older, obviously we stopped playing it. And then as time went on, it kind of came ridiculous to play it. It's almost like a kid game to play. And then something kind of happens as you get older, doesn't it? You start to think about the things you did when you were younger, and why you did it, and the meaning, and kind of the meaning behind that. At least I do. I start thinking about the greater purpose behind some of the activities that I've experienced in my life. Maybe you can think of a few that you've experienced, and it had some type of illumination for you in life. Well, hide and go seek is one of those for me today that I want to share with you. Whenever you hide, it's a very safe place. It's a very safe place. Whenever you're either the hider or the seeker, right? That was the two people in this game, the hider or the seeker. And when you hide, it was very safe. You could be your individuality. You wouldn't have to talk to anybody. It's just you, and you felt very, very safe. At least I did. I felt very safe when I was hidden. And then when you're the seeker, okay, you're the hunter, and it's kind of like, the Wild West, right? You don't have any rules, you don't have any regulations. You're just looking, you're seeking around. You're in this kind of idea of openness, and there's no rules. And you're looking for the hider. And then what happens whenever you get found? When you're found, what happens? You're like, oh, someone found me. Oh no. Now my safe spot's no longer safe anymore. I have to go find another spot to hide. I mean, how many times when you play hide and go seek, did you go to the same spot, right? Not a lot of times, right? Because everyone knew that spot's where you're going to be. So you had to go find another spot to hide. And you're probably going, okay, Cory, I know I play hide and go seek. So what does this have to do with anything? Well, there's actually a third person in this game, and it's the creator of the game. See, there's not just the hider or the seeker. It's who created the rules. Who created the rules of the game? Who is the architect that said that the roles were a hider and a seeker. Who was that person? In life, I think what sometimes we do is we take on a certain role. And we say we're either the hider or the seeker. I'm either in this place where I feel safe and I got my spot and no one around me, and I can do my own thing and don't talk to me, don't be around me because I'm hiding. Or you're the seeker, you're this really open person, it's anything goes, it's you know, you're very optimistic, you're going out there, you're trying to find and seek different meanings in life. And it's very interesting that if you step back and look at a meta view, right, would be like a psychologist between those two characters, the hider and the seeker. That's the creator of the game. Who's the architect of the game? And here's what's exciting, is that you can be. You don't have to be the hider, you don't have to be the seeker. You can be the architect of your own game. You don't have to live in this societal norm that tells you that you're never going to amount to anything and you're just going to do the same thing over and over again, and everyone else is got a life that they could break free from and live in freedom, but you need to work at your 9-to-5 job and just be in this safe, secure environment. Just be the hider, okay? And then sometimes, you know, you might have an element of where you're the seeker, okay? Where you're out there, you're finding things, you're searching for things. Now that's okay, but don't get too carried away with it. Just go back to either being a hider or you be the seeker. But don't take it too crazy and become the architect and become the creator of the game. Who came up with the rules in the first place? You can. You can come up with your rules. There really is this liberation moment whenever you realize, I believe with everything in me, that God created us to be so phenomenally incredible that we can do amazing things in life, and that we have the greatest potential to change the world, to push the world forward, to push humanity forward, right? And I think one of the secrets to that is serving others. I think that literally is one of the secrets to life, is serving others. Whenever you're a servant and you ask someone, how can I help you? How can I help you get to another level? How can I help you become the architect of your game? How can I have you become the maker of your own, the rules of your game? You don't have to play in somebody else's rules. You don't have to be the hider or the seeker. You can be the architect. And once you have that illumination, that realization that you don't have to live in this brick box of what everybody else says is the norm, life becomes a lot more interesting. And that's when freedom from so many areas in your life that you're imprisoned, whenever you start asking the right question, that's when you start becoming the architect of your own game. So the exercise for today is start thinking about how can you step out of the hider or the seeker role and become this kind of meta view, and start thinking about how you can be the architect, how you can become the creator of the game where you set the rules, so you're not having to live by someone else's. All right? So I hope this is something that you kind of let set with you for a while. If we were having dinner or something, we'd be sitting right next to each other going through this, and you'd probably be like, whoa, that's pretty deep. And that's kind of what I tend to do. I try to get into deep conversations. But this thing was powerful. It hit me today in the gym, that we go through life, either the hider or the seeker. We don't have to. We think about, there's other people, there's the architect, there's the creator of the game. And I believe, for everything in me, that that's what God wants for your life. I believe that God wants you to start asking a question of, you know, who do you say I am? Who do you say I am? That's what God asks us. Who do you say I am? I think that that's a question that we need to be asking ourselves. And I think you're much bigger than a hider or a seeker. So remember, be a servant and have a great weekend. Stay warm. And I'll talk to you later. Bye now.